Hello everyone, Phoenix61 here with your Legends shenanigans for the day. We've got some decent shenanigans today. We are in the Janan. I've got a couple of games to showcase here. We'll stack Janan games since I play this ship too much, right? I like to say that I try to play some of everything, and I absolutely do, but I absolutely also have my favorites, and right, Janan and Takahashi right now are some of my favorite ships. So these are the torpedo cruiser class kind of thing, if whatever you want to call them, right? So we've sent a good solid 40 some deep water torpedoes through zone A here, and as you can see, we've already got 5 hits right off the bat in the beginning of this game, putting us up to 61,000 damage and forcing everyone to use their damage control parties. Now, if you notice here, we do have a game with no destroyers, so it does allow us to push up into position a little bit more than what you normally would do, and then and so we'll take advantage of that, right? We've already lost the B cap here. That's fine for now. This does end up being a competitive game, right? We're down a ship on each team. They did capture the B hole here, and then that Michelangelo in there looks like he's using his rolling smoke. He didn't like to be spotted. And so we'll see if we can get torpedoes through that zone, depending on which way he's going, right? But we still have to be careful, right? This is a very light cruiser, right? You can go down quite quickly, which we will demonstrate in the next game. So stay tuned for that. You only need 1 health point kind of game to win the games. But this one ends up being pretty competitive and fun as well. So we'll push up into the zone, right? Now, we do have to be careful. We've got smoke screen ready if we need it. Michelangelo at close range could absolutely obliterate us, especially if we don't land torpedoes on him, right? So he's got those really great SAP round secondaries on that ship, and he's also got torpedoes of his own. So, but somebody did pick him up for a brief moment there. We did lose that battleship that was spotted by him. Or that was spotting him. But yeah, if we can get in the zone, we've got smoke if we need it, right? So yeah, we'll use that. But yeah, since he did get spotted, right, we could see that he was moving away. So we'll see if we can sneak in the zone here, right? And this is what I'm saying, where this game, for example, right, there's no destroyers, right? So we know the closest guy to us is that Michelangelo. He was moving away. It took us a little bit of time to get into the zone. Right, so my biggest concern is if he spots us, which I don't know which way he went. My guess is this way, where we're aiming our torpedoes. So I'm gonna send some torps through there. But yeah, if he's gonna leave the zone, we'll take advantage of it and take it back. So Yamato, looks like that Yamato's backing up. So I don't know if he'll keep moving that way. We might as well send him since we got him. But yeah, we've got smoke screen if we need it, right? So if we do get picked up, we can drop our smoke. And, oh, there's Michelangelo. He went all the way around through C. Okay. He went to join his buddies over on that. This is kind of a good example, right? If you notice, like, the red team's doing, right, we've got 3 battleships over there on the C flank that are kind of kiting away from the objective, right? So, that's typically not a good thing, but they are ahead on ships right now, right? But you kind of want to try and defend those objectives, right? They could be pushing up, and I think they don't realize that. So I'm sending torpedoes through that direction just because I thought maybe we could, as those guys turn back around, maybe we would hit them, but we're going to have to pay more. We're going to have to be a little more concerned about where this Michelangelo went and where this Alaska plans to go here. But yeah, it's like very strange position here to be up. Now we're spotted. Oh, it's the battleship. Oh, nope, not him. Who's spotting us? Alright, we got torp hit. We'll drop the smoke. Probably the Michelangelo, probably coming around the corner here would be my guess. Yeah, we got another torp hit on the battleships that are way out there. This Yamato, he's at 10.4 and our detectability is 10.2, so it wasn't him. Yeah, it's gotta be this gotta be the Michelangelo off to the side here. I'm guessing that direction. So we'll send a rack that way. We've got reload booster here if we need it. So we'll trip that. Way is this defense gonna go? Right, like this is like prime position. I'm like, I can send torpedoes literally through look at the mini map. My coverage of torpedo, like I could almost hit everybody if they were, you know, in certain positions. Just need people to spot and people to move. Alright, we're going to send them, because we're going to have to, we need an exit strategy now, because our smoke's about to run out here. So we'll start moving away. We'll hold off firing the guns, we don't want to get spotted. If we fire at the GK, we'll get spotted. Yamato is still... Yeah, man, all these battleships hanging back is kind of frustratingly working for them. They are up on points right now. Alright, we're just going to hang here. I'm a little nervous for this Yamato on my team that's in here in this zone with me. He's also in a prime spot to block my torpedo shots here. Ooh, we're gonna get hit on the Yamato? Yes. Yes. Alright. Kill number 1. We got 100k in damage. Yeah, it's just, man, these battleships hanging out in the back. Alright, smoke screen's back if we need it. Let's reposition before these guys realize what I'm doing. Yeah, if GK pushes up on us, he's probably my biggest concern, right? If he pushes up on us, we're screwed. Still got 30 seconds left for these torpedoes. But we need to keep moving to stay out of range of him. Alright, if he's still spotted, we might be able to fire guns at him. See if we can get around. If he keeps coming through, we could get these starboard torps through the zone here. See how that goes. We've got smoke screen if we get ourselves into trouble here trying to do this, trying to get the torpedoes off. Yeah, we're gonna have to use it. Perfect timing. Right as we got within detectability range, the smoke concealed us here. Alright, so we're gonna send the torps. Torpedo hit on somebody else. Not even sure where that, probably that Alaska that was over there, yeah. Man, that Montana's full on health too, right? So we're turning the tables here a little bit with ship count, and then we're picking up Zone A. And then I'm in a decent position to try and defend B here from this GK. Problem's gonna be if our smoke runs out and I can't get turned around in time, he's gonna waste us. Alright, so full forward here. Kind of hoping somebody would spot him, at least for a second. 5 seconds left on the smoke screen. This might be perfect timing, depending on which way he went here. He must have cut back in. Yep, he did. Okay. Smart move, I suppose. He does have sonar, right? So he could potentially have seen where all those torpedoes were coming from early, and then just avoided me completely. That would be the smart thing to do, right? Yeah, lost another ship on both sides there, right? So we're still down. We're still losing. Oh, no, we're winning on points. Just... Oh, no, we're losing. We're losing. Math is hard, right? Looking at numbers, it's all right. We're losing. Like, things need to happen, right? This is where you kind of are forced into sort of an aggressive stance, which we are not really the ship built for it, right? So, but we have to make something happen. They've got more points than us, and they've got more zones than us, and so we need at least one, probably both of these kills in order to make something happen. GK is backing up. That's fine. And then here comes, what is this, the Alaska? Yep. And he's going to spot us here. He did just fire at somebody else, so we'll take advantage of that. We'll fire our guns, send our torpedoes, and then we could potentially just duck behind this island here and hopefully not give him a chance to even shoot at us. Yep, that worked out perfectly. And then we can circle back around. So the GK must have, I'm guessing he started moving up because we can't see him anymore, right? He's not spotted anymore, but we can see him on the minimap where he last was, right? So if he started moving up, we have the potential to send our torpedoes through here and get a hit on him as well. 2-minute warning here. Alaska spots us. That's fine. We pick him up as well. Right, we need stuff to happen, right? So we can't play too conservative here. We need to be a little bit aggressive. So we'll try and just do our best with angling. GK gets spotted there. Yeah, GK's low on health, right? So he just needs to survive in order for them to steal the win from us, or to keep the win. Keep us from stealing the win, I suppose, right? So we'll unload on this Alaska and just try and angle. We've got the health for this right now, so we'll use it. See if we can trigger fires, or if somebody else can get a shot on him too, that would be fine. I will accept his fate any way it can come. He did put out the fire, so we have the potential to trip another one and finish him off with the fire. Oh, nope. Somebody else tripped him on fire? Alright, we're gonna have to see. It looked like he was fireless before. But yeah, still losing, so we need him to die, and I think even with him going down, that's not going to give us enough points. Yep, so they're still ahead, right? So I sent the torpedoes with the fingers crossed in hopes that this GK started moving forward, because we were literally at 35 seconds left, right? So we needed to send them. So I'm just going to send them, because we might not be able to get around the corner quick enough here. So we're going to rely on a little bit of luck, hoping that GK, yep, and sure enough, there he is, right? So he was trying to avoid our other cruiser that pushed into the zone, and so we're going to be able to finish him off with all those torpedoes we sent. And that's going to give us the last second win, 13 seconds to spare on that game. We'll take a peek at the leaderboard, and we'll go into game 2 here. So 143,000 damage with 2 kills. Only put us at second place. The Dutch cruiser beat us out and walked away with some credits. Always nice to be positive in the credit earnings at Legendary tier. Alright, we're going to jump into another game here. Right? So if you notice right now off the bat, I wasn't spotted, and I was doing my cruisery thing where I turned in circles trying to send all my torpedoes, right? And so I hit the brakes here and slam, and I slam on the brakes and trigger the smoke screen, and this Ohio just almost takes all of our health here, and everybody else that was in rage also was shooting us, right? So we went from full health down to almost nothing. We'll trip the heal that we have there. But yeah, this is gonna be a prime example of why not to just give up your ship, right? You gotta think you still have value, right? You're still, if you die, that's a little bit of a point swing, right? When every time you get a kill, the enemy team, if the enemy team kills you, right, they gain some points, and your team loses some points as well. That's how kills work. And so, yeah, just staying alive, spotting ships, capping zones, like whatever you think you can do, right? To if you care about the win, right? If you're eager to just go and start the next game, I get it. I've been there, but. So we're going to move away, right? We obviously got spotted by the destroyer that's capping Zone B right now. So we'll move away from that situation so that we don't end our life prematurely here. And we'll do what we're good at, right? Which this ship, right? We've got decent concealment. We're built into the torpedoes 110% with this build. It's literally a meme torpedo build. So the guns and everything else is kind of terrible. Really rely on the guns for just tripping fires for the most part, anyway. But yeah, so we'll hang back for the time being, kind of see what materializes. But yeah, if you look at the minimap right now, it looks like we're not doing that great. So yeah. They've got B. They potentially are gonna get Zone C. There's not too much contesting of Zone A by my team, right? So, and we'll just have to hold off on firing our guns unless we're in smoke. We do get 3 torpedo hits there on that Schlieffen, I think it was. And then we sent some more because there's a cruiser over in that direction as well. There's another torpedo hit. So hopefully we've got a flood going. Oh, nope, no flood. And B looks like it's still contested, right? So we know that that destroyer is probably still hanging out in that zone. And we're going to have smoke ready fairly soon here. I'm going to keep sending torps just because we know there's at least 2 ships over there. Might be able to send some through A cap here. These guys continue to do what they're doing. And we're going to get, yep, more torpedo hits on Schlieffen, so he goes down. So that gives us a kill. We could have given up our ship, but we didn't. So we're still getting the job done here. Now I'm kind of looking at the minimap here, right? Like it says that we can't hit this Musashi, right? But we know there's a cruiser in there also. But if you look at the minimap, right, they don't have any contention. Like, right, there's nobody on the blue team that's sort of challenging the reds over on the opposite A flank anymore, right? So I still was like, you know what, it's probably still a good idea to send torpedoes through there, because once they realize they don't have anything to shoot, they may come through that hole there. So it's kind of what my thought process was for sending torps through there still. And then you could argue I'm definitely being a little risky here, trying to get these the starboard side off on these guys out here. Ooh, there's a Janan out there too. He potentially could hit us with torpedoes from that far away as well, depending on how he's got his build. But yeah, right, like we're being a little risky because we just still don't know where that destroyer is, and he was in B here previously, so yeah. But now we are, all 3 zones are capped by the reds here. We've got smoke, so we'll use our guns a little bit here. Another torp hit, 2 more. Might have been the ones that we sent in between A. Yeah, look, if you look over at A, there's only 1 left that went through there. Torp hit on the Ohio. Give us a fire or flood, baby. So we might be using damage con now. So if we get another hit on him, that might be enough to end him. Of course, he is sailing broadside to half my team. Alright, there's the fire for him. So we'll switch to somebody else since Musashi showed up. We'll try and trigger one on him. Torpedo hit finishes off the Ohio as expected. And then here comes some torps from the A cap. It's possible their destroyer went that way. Might be Minotaur torps. He's a little bit out of range. I think those are 10 kilometers. Another torpedo hit. That's probably on that Janan that was in the background back there. Right, and I'm again sending torpedoes through that zone there, just in case that Minotaur comes through. We've got our reload booster ready, so we're going to trip that.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
And there's the Kleber. That gave us so much trouble before. Took the shot at him to try and get retribution for him spotting us early on in the game, but my teammates did the right thing and shot the destroyer. We saw a destroyer and shot a destroyer.
Proceed to capture that area.
Yep, Minotaur's still hanging out in there. We'll move away from him, right? I'm going to hold off firing the guns. We're 0.1 kilometer away from being undetected by him, so... And yes! Right on the nose. And Montana finishes him off, so awesome there. We still don't have any zones, so they're still up quite a bit on points here. And then Musashi finally makes his way around the corner here, right? So that's what I was kind of saying before, right? They weren't really challenged on that flank. So his choices were either come through Zone A or go around, which would take up some time, right? So he spent a couple minutes sailing around, right, playing Sailing Simulator, and then that kind of wasted some time. So now we can damage farm him with our main guns. We'll use the smoke one last time. Torp hit. That's probably maybe on that Janan again. That one took a while, right? We trip high caliber there. Yep, there's Janan Torps that just hit our battleship. Alright, fire on Musashi. Once we figure out kind of which way he wants to go around this island, we'll be able to send torpedoes towards him. Oh, is he going to back up? Might be backing up. Yeah, he's getting hyper-focused on, right? Because, like, there's not too much else for other people to shoot at here. Looks like their Janan is in smoke over there. So we should be able to reach him with torpedoes. We'll send him some. Right, you do have to kind of think about how long. These are going to take like a minute to get over there, right? So you kind of have to keep that in mind. He may move by the time they get anywhere near him. I don't know, these guys might, if they can survive, they might have enough time to catch up on points here. They've had all three zones for a while. Right, like one or two, we lose one or two ships and then they've got the zones. I'm just gonna, well, we'll do widespread on the torps here in case that Janan moves by the time, right? His smoke screen's gonna run out soon. And then I'm actually gonna push up a little bit here, right? We can see where he is and we can see our detection line on the mini-map, right? So, yeah, he's still firing from that smoke. There he is. He's low on health, too. Kind of wondering, right, if he's sitting in this smoke, right, we could fire our guns and get away with it. Yep, we don't get detected there. And Musashi doesn't have an angle on us. And our cruiser overtook the other side over by C, over by the Charlie Cap. So we're good there. We are officially out of smoke screens ourselves, though, and we're still kind of low on health, right? So we need to... Right, not getting spotted is going to be key here. Alright, Janan goes down from the torpedo. 192,000 damage with 3 kills there. This Musashi is still backing up. I'm gonna send torpedoes just to, like, yeah. Just in case he turns in or slows down or whatever, right? But, yeah, may not happen. We'll get the zone cap. Try not to be stupid and fire our guns here, because he could probably take us out in one salvo. But yeah, they're still significantly up on points. For whatever reason, our cruiser over by Charlie Cap must have accidentally either gone out of the zone or something, I don't know. But so he's going back into C now, and so that's probably going to take him the rest of the game to cap that zone and then head back this direction, so... Yep, he's got him on fire. So we'll just play it safe here. We'll watch him burn. The other cruiser is what's got him on fire. And then we're potentially spotting him. Looks like he's going to go down no matter what here. So we'll fire our guns, give away our position at the last second here. We'll take a look at the leaderboard, and then I will go through the build that we've got set up for this guy. We are using Azerlane Harbin, right? 3,500 XP puts us at the top there. Don't give up your ship when you take a bad hit in the beginning of the game. That's the rule for that one. And walked away with credits as well. And yeah, this is full-blown meme torpedo build, right? So I do prefer propulsion mod, and then we're using concealment slot 3 here, and then the torpedo reload mod here for slot 4. And then yeah, since I like this ship, right, we did spend some steel to get the epic and legendary mods on there. And then yeah, Harbin is like full-blown tailored for these ships here, right? She's got dragon power, which more torp and more fire chance stuff, and then Marissa LaLoca here for better torpedo concealment. And then I did put Albert Gleaves on here for more range. I think for Harbin, I may have switched that up now that we've got presets, right? This game was before presets, right? So, but yeah, she's also got this blazing battle dance, which affects your torpedoes, like where it gives you some buff while you're in the smoke. But I actually like the knuckle duster better. It gives you better torpedo concealment, and then those increased incapacitation chance as well, right? So, and then we are using killing distance, right, which also gives you more torpedo concealment and more damage when you hit people at range with those. So, yeah, like I said, like full blown torpedo meme build for this guy. And we've been having fun with it, right? It does feel like games do feel a little inconsistent with that build, because if you're not landing those torpedo strikes, it can be pretty underwhelming, right? So something to keep in mind. I think if you wanted consistency, you'd probably build into the guns a little bit more, but I have fun playing it this way, so that's what I do. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you are following my channel. I really do appreciate subscribers. I'm still kind of a small channel, so you're one or two new people joining. I see you. I notice you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Then I do occasionally live stream, so keep an eye out for me there. I try to post a Legends video every day. So yeah, if you are following the channel, we'll see you guys tomorrow.